As we walked away from the gym in victory, we heard a commotion from the Devon Corporation. Seems that Team Magma Grunt stole some goods, so we head that way to help and run into an old man who says that his darling Pico has been stolen also. We head into the Rust Turf Tunnel, defeat the Team Magma member, and rescue the Wingle named Pico and the Devon goods. The old man introduces himself as Mr. Briney and says that he lives outside of Petalburg and to come visit him sometime. We deliver the Devon goods to the employee, and in turn, he wants us to meet the president of the company. His name is Mr. Stone, and since we have helped him out a couple times, he asked us to help him again by delivering a letter to Stephen in Granite Cave in Town and the Devon goods to Captain Stern in Slateport City. He says that Mr. Briney can help us get to the two places, which is good that we have already met and helped him. Mr. Stone also gives us a Pokénav, which gives us the map and a few other things with it as well. We start our way to Mr. Briney outside of Petalburg, and he is more than happy to help us get to the two towns. We enjoy the sea view on our way, breathing in the fresh salt air and the sweet breeze. After that little enjoyment of the open sea, we land in Dewford City. We immediately talk to a fisherman to get an old rod, which gives me my next two available Pokemon, Magikarp and Goldeen. Magikarp gets Swift Swim, even though it gets Intimidate as Gyarados when it evolves. Gyarados can naturally learn Rain Dance, so we can use this powerful water-type Pokemon. Golden and Seaking both have Swift Swim, which lets us use them also. Golden and Seaking aren't the best Pokemon for the challenge, because water is special, and they are physical attackers, but they will definitely be helpful for the moment. After catching them in Petalburg with the old rod, and getting no negative natures on them, we start to lead with Goldeen or Ariel to get some levels with her for the second gym. We go into Granite Cavern, stumble through the dark a little bit, and manage to find Steven to deliver the letter. He gives us Steel Wing and thanks, and then we get out of there. Not everyone knows this, but you can go back to Rustboro City to tell Mr. Stone that we delivered the letter, and we get an experience share as a thank you. Experience share is going to be good for Magikarp because it can't attack and battle until it learns Tackle at level 15, and we want to try and level up Magikarp or Ursula as we leveled up Ariel. With the newly acquired experience share, we head into the Dewford Gym. The Dewford Gym is a fighting type gym, which isn't the best or worst against us because it's neutral damage. Brawley has the Pokemon Machop, the fighting type Pokemon, which has Guts, and that ability gives a 50% attack boost to the Pokemon when it has a status ailment, like Burn or Power or Poison, and it knows Bulk Up, Leer, Karate Chop, and Seismic Tossed. His ace is Makuhita, the fighting type Pokemon, with the ability Thick Fat, which lets it take fire and ice type damage at half damage instead, and it knows Bulk Up, Knock Off, Arm Thrust, and Sand Attack. Brawley also has 2 Super Potions that he can use in battle, which lets us use 2 Super Potions in the battle as well. We managed to get a few levels with Ariel, with the gym trainers, and even some past trainers that we skipped to try and prep for the fight. We attach some Oran Berries to Lily and Ariel, and then we take on Brawley. His Machop is easily able to take down Ariel and Lily, forcing us to go ask Mr. Briney to bring us to Slateport to go fight some more trainers on the beach and get a few more levels. Ariel does know Peck, which is a flying type move and is super effective against the fighting types, but it's only level 11 and it can't do that much damage. After we clear out the beach and get a few more levels on Ariel's and Ursula through experience share, we try to take on Brawley again. I thought the Maeve fight was hard. Brawley was in another league, honestly. I heard that Brawley is a Nuzlocke killer for people doing either regular or randomized Nuzlockes, and I can see why he has that nickname. This man destroyed me a few more times, making it now a total of 5 times trying to face and lose to him. I even went to the soda shop to get a few more experience in between the battles, and his Machop was still just as deadly. I was barely even able to get to his ace because his lead Pokemon Machop was just too deadly and hard hitting, especially when he used Bulk Up, and that move raises attack and defense by 1 stage. Ariel still only really had Peck, which wasn't able to do too much damage, and Supersonic. Supersonic did help a bit because I was able to do more damage and not get hit, but the damage wasn't able to stack from the attack raises because of the defense raise. By the time I was able to defeat the Machop, my team was weakened from the first fight that Makuhita was able just to clean me out. It didn't help that every time that I was close to taking either one of them out, Brawley was able to heal them back to full, and then it was another mountain to climb to get Brawley's Machop and Makuhita back down. After the 5 attempts, I decided to swallow the hard truth and to go ahead and go to the museum, giving the stuff to Captain Stern and running into Team Magma and Maxie. After fighting them and getting some more experience, the way above Slateport opens now, and I can catch some more Pokemon to hopefully help me fight Brawley. The two Pokemon I can catch are Electric and Plusle. Thunder is an electric type move that does 120 damage but has 70 accuracy. Thunder is affected by the rain because when you use Thunder in the rain, it can never miss. And Plusle, and Electric, and Manectric, Electric's evolution, can learn it naturally, which means that I can use them for the challenge. Electric, now called Surge, and Plusle, now called Algebra, both have Thunder Wave, which paralyzes a Pokemon, causing it to have half speed and have a 25% chance to not be able to use a turn. The new plan for Brawley is to tag team his two Pokemon, a Thunder Wave Pokemon with a Pokemon that can do damage against the Pokemon. We ended up doing Algebra and Aerial to take down the Machop, while Surge and Lily was hoping to take down the Makuhita. Hindsight now is that the plan wasn't the best because I forgot about Guts, and it is activated by the Para. So I was accidentally giving Machop an attack boost whenever I paralyzed it, and then when he went for Bulk Up, raising his attack by 1, it was making it almost impossible to defeat it. It was helpful on the Makuhita because it had Thick Fat, but now I was having the problem of a superpowered Machop that with 1 Bulk Up was just one-shotting my entire team. I really need to remember things and make sure to use my brain, because that plan was from a smooth brain, which I apparently had at the moment. I blindly went with that plan for another 5 times before I gave up and went even further above Slateport to get some more EXP for my Pokemon. I knew I wasn't, no matter what, going to go past the Bike Bridge and Route 110 because that's where the next rival fight is. And I couldn't use Cut to get some more experience in the Trickster House, so I only got a level or 2 on each Pokemon from the few trainers on Route 110 that I could reach. And I went back to try to beat Brawley. I will say that Aerial did learn Horn Attack, which gave me some hope, because even though it was a normal type damage, it is neutral against the fighting type versus the flying type move damage with Peck. It was a base 65 power move versus the base 35 power move boosted to double damage. We did lose a couple more times, and our morale was getting a little low at this point, so on the 13th try, I really didn't notice what I was doing for about the first half of the battle. We led with Algebra and landed a Thunder Wave, while the Machop does a Bulk Up. We go for a Growl to lower the attack, and manage to live on 5 HP from the Karate Chop. We were able to get a second and third Growl, because Machop did get parried for 1 turn before going down, and then Aerial gets to come out. We managed to land the Supersonic, which causes Machop to hit itself. We are trying to bank on the Paras and Confusion, while we get Aerial to use some Tail Whips to lower the defense, so that way Horn Attack can do something. Machop does hit itself twice, while it does break out of Confusion at one point, but we were able to use Supersonic again and take a Karate Chop. Aerial does get hit with another Karate Chop while we use another Tail Whip, which prompts us to use Horn Attack on the next turn and take down the Machop in 1 hit. With Aerial on 16 HP, we decided to switch to Ursula to get Electric in on a free switch on the Makuhita as it comes out and goes for Bulk Ups. We're able to do a little bit of chip damage with Ursula while the Makuhita still keeps setting it with Bulk Ups, making me think that this battle is done cooked and done. After Ursula goes down, we go into Surge to get a Thunder Wave off, which lands to para the Makuhita. We do get the para that churn, which lets us get a Leer off while it goes for Sand Attack. We then start to trade Leers for Sand Attacks and Paras, and we manage to land 3 Leers, bringing it back down to normal defense. And then we get to see some crazy RNG, because we start to miss Leers while it gets parried for about 3 turns in a row. I'm not gonna lie, I was barely registering them and just kept spamming Leer to let Surge go down so we can get a free switch in. We bring in Aerial to get a Horn Attack off, which doesn't do much before going down to an Arm Thrust. As Lily is our last Pokemon, we start to spam Bullet Seeds and honestly start to wait for Lily to go down quickly. We're lucky that the next Arm Thrust only hits twice, which Lily was able to live from, and we get some HP from a held Oranberry. I realized then that if we use a Bullet Seed 5 times, then we can finally beat Brawley. And I don't want to try to heal, because if he uses Arm Thrust again and hits more than 2 times, then it was a waste to try and heal. I click Bullet Seed and then just sit and pray that Lily is able to hit 5 times. As I'm watching the first and second attack hit, the second attack gets a crit and puts Makuhita in range that if Bullet Seed hits just 1 more time, I will have finally beaten Brawley. Luck was on my side because Bullet Seed decides to hit again, knocking the Makuhita down and defeating Brawley finally, giving us the Knuckle Badge. This fight was the toughest yet, and I can clearly understand why Brawley has earned the nickname the Nuzlocke Killer.